And congratulations, you have made it to another Monday night. We have a very special episode for you tonight. We're not doing Nerd World News tonight. I thank you for joining us. We're doing the 24-hour stream. Tanya will be playing Doom. We're going to get her set up on the computer in just a moment. She's going to be playing Doom for 24 hours to raise money for the charity of Oh My God, My Feet Hurt, Get Away From Me.
Is Doom the one where you're killing all the things in like the tower and stuff?
And
it's like choo, choo,
and it'll be
choo,
followed
choo.
by a speed run of the Leather Goddess of Phobos, which I think she's suited for.
You want to check the comments?
I'm not going to check the comments.
No, you're not checking the comments. We've got some comments already coming in. Sweet.
All right.
Yeah.
Because it's Monday and it's 8 o'clock, and if it's Monday at 8 o'clock, it's Tanya streaming for 24 hours playing Minecraft.
Oh, God.
We are less than a month away from FC3 2022. It is Saturday, September 24th, and Sunday, September 25th. At the Total Sports Experience in Gates. That would be at 880 Elm Grove Road, right off of the 531. This year's guests include Heather Matarazzo, Holly Marie Combs, Brian Krause, Gregory French, and Michael Koski. Artist John Beatty, who was behind Batman and Captain America for DC and Marvel, will be in attendance, along with authors Susan Harris and Edward Ashton. Director-screenwriter Kai Caldro, as well as many local artists. We just had to break news today. We just found out, unfortunately, George Weiner will no longer be able to attend due to a scheduling conflict. And now that has opened up, we are possibly looking into some new guests to replace him. This is the only chance you're going to get for a new guest announcement, but we don't have it yet. We're working on it. And by the way, no, it will not be Mark Hamill, much to my chagrin, because I asked already.
We had to say no.
The vendor floor and artist space. Get this, it's sold out, kids. If you're interested in having a space, we do have a wait list in case there are cancellations. You can email our vendor coordinator, Brian at fc3roc.org with any questions. To see a list of the vendors and artists of this year's event, head to our website and click on Show Info and Exhibitors on the drop-down menu. We do still have room for volunteers. Looking for folks for the box office especially. No, not you. No, not you know who you're talking about.
They have to deal with it.
Yes. We do, however, still room for volunteers. If you're interested, head over to our website, www.fc3roc.org, for the application and all the details. The application is under the Apply heading at the top of the page. The panel schedule is being updated and will be live next week.
Fingers crossed.
So that's a thing. Minecraft equals on-purpose internal pain. Nonsense. I love Minecraft. Minecraft is fun. Choirs may be all out of bubble gum, but
I think it should be Chris.
Yeah. Tanya always kicks ass. Yes. Yes, she does.
Now that I have access to fireballs like Snowball.
Yes. Whoosh. All right. So now we're going to be... And look, we have a D.
D!
Hi. Hi, D.
Charlie's not around, though.
Charlie's taking a nap.
D, how you doing?
I'm doing. Time flies when you're having fun planning a convention, and holy crap.
Seriously.
Oh my God, the board page on Messenger was going pew, 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 pew,
I couldn't keep up with it today.
Today, Chris is like, mute.
It's like we'll be going along, May, June, July, and then all of a sudden it's like, holy God, it's September and it's time.
Oh,
it's go time, people. It's go time.
I can't believe just like all of a sudden, like all the communication that went down today and things like that.
Yeah.
Even over the weekend, it started to pick up with, people asking questions and this and that. So,
hi, Kels.
Yes.
We have a very good crew. I mean, that's the thing. The six of us have always worked fairly well together, and we work very hard to make this show happen. So as soon as we got news about George Weiner having to withdraw from the convention, we were jumping.
We were starting to work on it. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we didn't even. I mean, the post came through, and we wanted to work from there.
Yeah.
So
it was like the post came through. He had the conflict, and then it was like, who's next? Like next man up. Who do we go look for next?
Seriously.
Yeah. So we're looking. We've got
a
ton of emails out,
and we're trying to maintain our reputation for having the worst lineup ever. So we're really going to work hard to make sure that we're confirming that for you people out there, because I know you care, or don't.
Oh.
I know I don't.
Bruce Campbell. Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah. See, the weird thing is,
people come up with all these names.
Yeah, people come up with all these names, but they're not understanding that we're a small show, and these people cost money. Like the other day, somebody actually suggested we reach out to Peter Jackson. Now, great idea.
Yeah.
Would love Peter Jackson. However, Peter Jackson's guarantee is 5 times the budget of the actual FC3 show.
Peter
I don't have
Jackson,
pockets deep enough for
Yeah.
that.
he's in the Mark Hamill wish list. You know,
Oh,
some
yeah.
of us, we got to hit a mega millions to even
And-
think about it.
And think about Mark Hamill is going to be 6 figures minimum.
Well, for a show like us, he might come down to low 5, mid 5.
Right.
Mid 5.
Mid 5 figures. So that's anywhere from
You know, but that's the thing is
50
it's
to 90 grand,
there
give
are
or take.
there's a lot of talent out there. There's a lot of wonderful people who I would love to bring into the town to meet you. However, there are limitations to what we are capable of as a small non-for-profit, company with a 3,000 ticket holder, convention once a year.
So why we value your input.
We do value your input, but you need to give us a little bit of slack at the same time,
You
guys.
have to be reasonable to our demographic market.
Seriously.
And,
And,
our
and,
size
and, and between COVID, the pandemic created, certain issues, with the economy creating other
Mhm.
issues. And then the big cons out there, the big daddy shows that we try to emulate every chance we get, they're shelling out tons of money to these guests to entice them to come to their show, to come out of COVID hiding and to come to their show. And because of that, agents are like seeing dollar signs. For instance, I know one person in particular, I won't say the name. One person in particular was offering us a guarantee of like $3,500 to $4,000 a few years ago, but now they're up to $15,000, $16,000.
Yeah.
We're doing the best we can,
There's a nice.
and I think we've got a really good lineup. For one, I'm looking forward
to it too.
I'm looking forward to Holly Marie Combs and Brian Krause. I think that's
I'm
gonna
waiting
be
for her
amazing.
to blow shit up.
I'm looking. Yeah, I got a few people.
Yeah.
Do you think she'll blow shit up?
Yeah.
Oh wait, that's the background special effects. Jason says he'll guest for free. You got to line up behind Ann because Ann says she's guesting for free.
And
Also.
are any potential guests willing to do video at a reduced fee? No, not at the moment. Unfortunately, the reduced fees are even astronomical at this point, and then we would have to come up with technology to be able to do that viewing at the
streaming and time zones.
If we were at the convention center still, that I might be able to pull that off in like a big panel room one kind of a situation.
Because it would be enclosed.
Right.
But not with our sound system
not
and
with
everything.
not with the tech we have access to.
Before we go on,
We're gonna dump in.
we're gonna thank our sponsors.
We should thank our sponsors.
Because I had written the George Weiner right above it, so
I skipped
Chris
over
missed it.
Thank you to our sponsors. Oh, we have sponsors. First Print Comics, Millennium Games, Player Zone, Adobe Express, and T-Mobile. I have a bone to pick with T-Mobile. They're raising my rates. There will be video games and laser tag to play, board games and tournament photo ops with movie and TV props, and so much more.
Did you say laser tag?
I did say laser tag.
Laser tag. The
Video games.
The Boy Scouts are bringing a Nerf
tabletop games.
archery course.
Yep. And
So,
they're doing are they doing a Lego Pinewood Derby too?
yes.
I think so, yeah. And if you show up at the panel room areas, you will get to hang out with me.
Yep.
You'll get to hang out with Andy Mertzke, who's not me. Why am I pointing at myself? And the legendary Tony Buchanan.
Because who else are we going to fire?
I have to fire Tony at least twice.
That was in his volunteer application. He goes, "Hey, who else are you going to fire?"
Seriously.
I
love Tony.
believe
I love
your
Tony so
minion's
much.
coming back.
My minion McKenna?
Your
I'm
minion
getting
McKenna is going to
McKenna
be back.
Yeah.
My minion is back.
No.
Jessica.
Now I
I'm
have to actually put McKenna to work this year.
I'm
Last year I
not
was
sure.
easy. I went easy on her last year because it was her first convention working. So this year we're gonna have to work her. Now.
I'm guessing that Ann's minion Ariana might be working too.
I
It
love
depends on
Ariana.
if she has
is
to
just
work on the
sweetheart.
farm or not.
What a little doll she is. She's awesome.
We definitely need more volunteers,
Yep.
especially if you are a Girl Scout leader or even a Girl Scout that can help with the badges. Yes, the droids are most likely going to be there, and Ann and I are going to beat on people with our lightsabers.
Nice. All right, so we want to be able to get to Tanya streaming Minecraft for 24 hours. So let's get on
I
with
don't
the
even
news.
know how to start with Minecraft.
Well, I'll teach you for the first few minutes, but then you'll be off and running. It's just like playing with Legos. It's awesome. You'll love it.
I'm going home.
No, you're not. I refuse. I refuse.
You refuse?
Dee will be right back.
Okay.
All right. So here we go. That big old face. Let's take a look. I'm going to slide that over here.
I gotta sit up.
You got to sit up. I'm expert cameraman today.
Yeah, you are.
Hi.
Hi.
Okay. So WandaVision director Matt Shakman is in talks to helm the Fantastic Four movie. Sources tell The Hollywood Reporter that veteran TV director Matt Shakman, who ushered Marvel Studios into the age of television, is in early talks to make the jump to MCU features with the Fantastic Four. Shakman became a Marvel favorite with the Emmy-winning WandaVision, the first MCU series released for Disney+. He had previously directed FX's long-running comedy It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia before graduating to event storytelling with Game of Thrones.
Ooh.
He was tapped in July 2021 by Paramount to direct the next Star Trek film, which is currently dated for December 22nd of 2023. If these reports are true, it's unclear if he will remain involved as Fantastic Four, which will kick off Phase 6 of Marvel's storytelling. It's due out November 8th of 2024. The team was introduced by Stan Lee and artist Jack Kirby. The team of Mr. Fantastic, the Invisible Woman, the Human Torch, and the Thing first appeared in 1961 on the pages of Fantastic Four #1. The Fantastic Four is cornerstone of the Marvel mythos, but has never had a big screen adaptation embraced by the audiences. Marvel Studios boss Kevin Feige first announced a new Fantastic Four film in December of 2020 during a Disney Investor Day. Feige has said that this will not be an origin story, revealing at San Diego Comic-Con in July. A lot of people know the story already. A lot of people know the basics. How do we take that and bring something that they've never seen before? Tuda. Right, this is I'm doing a bad job at cameraman today. All right. Moving on. Stuff. Are we comic chicking?
We are comic chicking this week.
Tell them.
Well, I was talking to you. But yes, we are comic chicking this week. Because last week we kind of just did a comic chick update and Nerd World News on Monday. And I didn't really pull comics last week because we were just chatting it up and talking about the convention because you were quarantining.
I was. That's true.
So, yes. So
I'm fine, by the way.
That's why I'm back here. Because he's fine.
I'm still fine.
Are you done?
Not yet.
So join us on Wednesday night.
One more.
Around 7:30. You're a pain in the ass.
Then you're not doing it right.
Ann and I. I'm done. I'm done.
I have your keys.
Wednesday night, Comic Chicks. I'm going out and get ice cream.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Okay, so Wednesday Comic Chicks.
So Wednesday we're gonna do Comic Chicks then.
Yes.
Okay.
No, now I want to actually go back and watch the original Fantastic Four movie just for Chris Evans.
Is that with with Owen Gruffin and Jessica Alba and
Yes.
Michael Chiklis?
Just to sit back, check my mind.
Somebody was saying that during
one
of the multiverse movies, you need to have Chris Evans playing both Captain America and the Human Torch and see what happens. That would be fun.
He is the finest ass in America.
He is America's ass,
Mm-hmm.
as opposed to me, who's just plain old ass. Apparently.
Here, I'll put it over there so I don't.
But this is empty. What's wrong with this glass? It's empty.
I know Elizabeth says Chris Evans has apparently said that he'd play that character again. I did see that article about that.
Yeah, I saw that article.
I think it would be funny.
That would be great. I think that'd be fantastic. All right. Come on. That was an obvious one.
Okay, damn.
All right. There it is, kids. The email that you never use and the link that you never click. But our entire digital presence is right there. You know, if you have questions, if you have things you want us to cover, let us know. And I'd love to see Bucky's reaction to it. That'd be great. All right. Let's get into some serious news. Nichelle Nichols will be part of a franchise reunion in space. The late, great Nichelle Nichols, barrier-breaking actress who played Lieutenant Uhura on TV's original Star Trek and beyond, will be part of an upcoming mission to space. Nichols died in July at the age of 89, but Memorial Space Flight Company Celestis Incorporated will launch a portion of her cremated ashes and a sample of her DNA about 90 to 190 million miles into space and is appropriately named Enterprise Flight. And the company announced this on Thursday. The rocket, named Vulcan, is currently scheduled to depart later this year from Cape Canaveral, Florida, and will leave the Earth-Moon system. According to a press release, Vulcan will set its Peregrine lunar lander on a trajectory for its rendezvous with the moon, and the Centaur upper stage will then continue into deep space, entering an orbit around the sun, becoming humanity's furthermost reaching outpost, which will then be renamed Enterprise Station. More than 200 flight capsules with ashes, DNA, and messages from loved ones will be included on the flight, which will launch atop the United Launch Alliance's Vulcan rocket. Others who worked with Nichols on the sci-fi phenomenon have since passed, will also be part of the mission, including Trek creator Gene Roddenberry and his actress wife, Majel Barrett. who played Nurse Christine Chapel in the original series.
And the voice of the computer.
And the voice of the computer, and Loxana Troy. Actor James Doohan, who played Scotty in the show and the movies. The visual effects artist Douglas Trumbull, who was nominated for his Oscar work, nominated for an Oscar for his work in the 1979 Star Trek motion picture, will also be joining him on the mission. Ahead of the launch, Nichols says many fans can send free tributes to her through Celestis website enterprise-flight.com. A digitized version of them will be taken as cargo. So that's kind of cool. That's a nice little kind of a nod there.
She is a beautiful woman.
She was a beautiful woman. Yeah.
I am so lucky that I had the privilege to meet her at another convention.
Yeah, you got me her autograph.
Yes.
So that's kind of cool. That's
And
I've got
then
that
I
one
got
hanging up
kicked
on the wall, and then we got kicked out. Yeah, that's another story. Anyway, let's bring D back. There's a D.
Hey,
I must say, I did get my money back.
I got a question about the Fantastic Four. Why has it been so difficult to get a decent movie out of that?
You know, it's hard to
Franchise.
say. I think a lot of it has to do that the original Fantastic Four movies with Jessica Alba and Chris Evans and whatnot, they were right at the crossroads of, you know, for a long time, comic book movies were not taken seriously. They were
Right,
B
absolutely.
movies, you know, but there was a couple of breakthroughs, like, you know, the first Wesley Snipes Blade movie. You know, a couple of them stuck through, and people were starting to take comic book movies seriously. But they hadn't quite gotten the full throttle yet. You hadn't gotten Hulk and Iron Man to get the rolling. So, and I think, and I'm going to be honest with it, Sony, when they got their hands on the movie rights for a lot of the Marvel properties, did not do them justice.
No.
They never really did them justice, you know. And they had the X-Men, they had Spider-Man, they had, you know, they had the Fantastic Four. And, you know, while the first two Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movies were quite good, the third one was quite ridiculous, you know. And
was that the one that was partly shot in Rochester, or no?
No, that was the Andrew Garfield one.
Okay.
Was in Rochester. So, yeah, I love the joke about the original Hulk movie and last week's She-Hulk. Yeah, I think that was,
Oh my
a
God!
different person, literally.
If people didn't know,
Yeah,
they would have totally missed it. I'm like, hey, I understood that reference.
there you go. So I think what it was they were trying to make a serious comic book movie, but you still had Sony's sensibilities of, no, we need that goofy comic book feel, and we're not going to give you the full investment that we want to. We're not going to give you that opportunity to take it 100% seriously. And there was a lot of throwaway stuff in those first.
So it boils down to just poor management.
Poor management, yeah. And I don't think Sony was ever the studio to have access to Marvel characters. You know, but that's a personal. You know,
That's a personal opinion.
I liked the first X-Men movie was all right. The second X-Men movie was very good, and then the third X-Men movie went off the rails. And then X-Men First Class was quite good. Days of Future Past was like, oh, we're getting it now. We're taking it seriously. Got you. And then they came out with Dark Phoenix, and it's like, oh yeah, you fucked it. Whoopsie. So, you know, it's kind of.
Now, Logan, was that Marvel or Sony?
Sony.
Sony.
If it's an X-Men mutant property, it was still Sony.
Okay.
All that stuff's coming over to Marvel now. Oh, if you were paying attention to She-Hulk, there was a little echo in there, a little Easter egg. She was looking at some headlines, and one of them was "Man gets into bar fight with metal claws."
Oh, is that?
That's a Wolverine reference.
A Wolverine reference.
Yeah, that's definitely a. X-Men was maybe. I thought. Oh yeah, you're right. You know what? Elizabeth was right. Yeah, Elizabeth Rice is right. It was a Fox property, and I think Fox sucked just as badly, but that's a mystery entirely. Fox had the X-Men, Sony had Spider-Man and Fantastic Four, and none of them should have had anything other than Marvel. Marvel should have had it all, but that's me.
Well, they got it now, and they're definitely righting a lot of wrongs from what has been coming out. So
yeah.
Okay, so now I think tomorrow I might be watching Fantastic Four.
Now, the one with Miles Teller was just, it was a 110-minute trailer for the movie we actually wanted to see. Really.
I don't
Miles Teller, Kate Mara.
I didn't see that one.
And Michael B. Jordan was playing Johnny Storm. That one came out a couple of years ago.
I didn't see that one.
Talk about redemption arc, though. You know, look at it, though. Chris Evans played Johnny Storm in the first in the first Fantastic Four movies, and then became Captain America. And wow, that was a hell of a casting, right? Michael B. Jordan played Johnny Storm in a failed Fantastic Four movie.
Then he
became Killmonger in Black Panther and was phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's.
Ooh, sorry. Or whatever they do when they come in. I'm really not good at that.
And I wish Marvel Disney could get Spider-Man back. Yeah, apparently the writers wanted to use some of the characters in She-Hulk, but they were told no. See, that's just.
Why can't they play nice?
You can't
because money's involved.
Right there, money. It's all
Dinero.
Play in the sandbox.
Anyway, kids, that's all we've got for you. We're about to break into a monkey business podcast for that. We haven't done that in a while.
Someone was talking about that.
I have
mentioned that she wants to get back into
thoughts after the convention of getting back to podcasting.
We need to actually have some time to like talk about all this stuff. Like we could talk about She-Hulk. We could talk about whatever.
I maintain I don't do monkey business without Billy.
We can work around his schedule.
I need my Billy.
I
feel lost without my Billy.
Yes, I know. There's only so much I can do.
And what a terrible friend I've been. I haven't even reached out to the guy in ages to see how he's doing.
Allegedly,
you'll see him convention weekend.
He is going to be doing a panel at FC3.
Yeah.
I kind of convinced him to do it with Tony.
Yeah.
Tony doesn't know yet though, but Billy does.
When is Chris and Dan going to get back to saving the world?
Yeah, well.
I don't know if the world can be saved at this. No, I'm kidding. I think after Dan and I are actually having dinner on Thursday. And I think we're going to talk about getting back into the swing of things probably after the convention.
I think the pat answer for podcasting is after the convention.
We got to get back in the swing of things. We'll have to tackle Billy for his schedule.
There you go. Anyway, children, that's all she wrote. That's the news. That's the stuff that we have at our disposal. I'm going to click a button here. I'm going to click a button there.
I'm going to go get ice cream.
You are.
And then we're going to work on panels.
And there's Dee. Thank you for joining us, Dee.
Thanks.
We love you guys. You have a great week. Have a safe week. And we will talk to you again.
Nope. In 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks.
We're not broadcasting next week?
Next week's
Labor Day.
That's right.
You're going to be out of town. You'll be driving. You're
I'll
driving back
then.
but it's Labor Day.
Yeah.
It's a vacation. It's a holiday.
I'm going to have Andy and John in the car. Trust me, I'm going to tell you, the pedal's going to be all the way to the floor.
Oh, boy.
What? To be determined. Right now,
we'll
it's
play it by
temporarily
ear.
a holiday.
Donnie is Minecraft for 24 hours. Anyway, good night. Okay, I'm going to go now. Bye-bye.
No Minecraft.